Hi, it's Di from My Enchanted Journals. I turn just about anything into beautiful handmade journals. I live in Western Australia. Welcome to my channel. Good morning. Welcome to week 3 of Spooky Saturday. Today I've got that book page for you. So I made this myself and it's a printable, so I'm going to put it on coffee for you as per normal. Now what I did was I printed it onto a cream copying paper and I also printed it onto a white copying paper. And when I'm looking back, the white just seems clearer, especially here. Can you see that? It sort of gives more contrast to the picture. So I think today what I'm going to do is use the white copy, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to put it into my Halloween journal, which I finally got finished, and I've put the first 2 weeks worth of projects that we've done into there as well. So let me get that, grab that, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this and add it to the journal before I sew the signature in. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to recap first what I did with this book. It's just an old book, How to Think Like Sherlock Holmes, I think it's called. Anyway, I just roughed it up all around the edges, the inside covers. Yeah, just really gave it yeah, just didn't want it to seem like it was still new, really. Did all that, and I used that rusty thing. Then I've taken some orange fabric, which is from an old sari, which I'll put the picture in for you in a little while, and just use plenty of matte medium. Stuck this onto the cover first, and then what I've got is a really sort of grunged up piece of fabric that was left over from when I did my last eco dyeing. Alright, that looks good. Plenty of matte medium on top of that orange. It's sort of like a cheeseclothy kind of fabric, but yeah. And then I'm ready now to put on this grunged up piece of eco dyed fabric. Now I am going to do a hidden spine. That's why I've stuck all this on now, and I'll show you how I put that together in a little minute. So yeah, I'm just getting it all sorted out. There's a couple of holes in this, but I don't mind that at all. For the front, I still need to have something on there, and I've been toying with a few different ideas, but now I've kind of come to this bit of cardboard, which I absolutely love working with cardboard. It's so versatile, and I'm going to do sort of a few things together and make a bit of a cluster. And I've got this really cute little badge that I'm going to use. So yeah, I'm just sort of grunging up this bit of cardboard to use on the front just now, and I'll need to let that dry and then add my other elements. This is just a little bit of gesso just to lighten it up a little bit. That's the fun part with junk journaling, isn't it? You can go backwards and forwards until you get it looking just the way you want it to look, and then that will go on there like that. But I've still got to add some other things for my cluster yet anyway. I'm starting to put together this cluster with this little cat badge. I pick these badges up all the time at the thrift store. They're like cheap, 50 cents. And they can make such a difference when you're putting together bits and pieces like this. I'm just not sure about this back on here because it's annoying me. Alright, the cluster's coming together, and I have removed the back. Actually, I didn't remove it, I just pushed it down with those pliers, and now it's going to sit nice and flat, which is ideal. Put it there. I just want to see a little bit of that cardboard through the hole. Yep, happy with that. It's much better than just having a flat surface. I toyed with having a picture or some kind of illustration or something on the front, but I wasn't happy with how flat it looks. So yeah, I'm happy with this now. looking good. All right, got to let that dry now. Right, so here is the digital that I've made for you guys. Now, off camera, I just took the liberty of backing it with just a plain paper bag. It's just a lunch bag, all right, because I've used the white one, so on the back would have been just way too white to put into this journal. And yeah, it just wouldn't have looked right at all. So I'm just going to grab a pair of scissors and I'm just going to cut it so that it's more the shape of our digital. And yes, it will leave it open at the top, but I'm just going to glue that down with a glue stick. That's fine. And then what we'll have is on the back is like a better colour. You'll see in a minute what I mean. And also pocket. So I'll just get rid of that bit. And we'll just fold it. And so now we've ended up with it like that. And then when we open it, this side is still closed, but that's just a page. And then this side will become a pocket. So we just need to glue it down along here with the glue stick. So you can back it just with some paper of your choice. You don't have to use what I'm using for sure. It's totally up to you. Just that it would look a little bit funny, I think, if it just still had the white printer paper behind it. Because especially with a Halloween journal, because, you know, we're using lots of sort of oranges and browns and blacks and that sort of thing. So, yeah. All right, so we'll just let that dry. Fold it. And then I'm going to turn it back this way because this is going to be my center page where I now will sew my 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So let me get my stuff ready to do that, and I'm going to bring my pages across and show them to you as well. All right, so let's get that done now. Let's just recap the cover. So we've got our cover going on here, which I quickly ran through before. And then inside, what I've done is where I took the book out, I've put another piece of cardboard in here, like that. And then I'm going to put this here. So I've just lightly sort of done here. I'll probably end up still doing some more. And then I've got this bit of cardboard, which I just did before. And I'm going to do it so that you don't see the pamphlet stitch on the outside of the book. And I'm going to attach this to here. And then put it down in there and put that across there like that. So that will be how my book sits inside my journal. So let's just flick through my pages first and show you where I'm going to put my printable. So that's all been inked now. Stick that in the middle and then we'll run through them and you can have a look and see what I've got. Right, here we go. Okay, so this here started off as a sari of some kind. I'll insert a picture here. So there you go, you can see. I think something must still be a little bit wet. Maybe this, because I'm still getting black on my fingers, sorry about that. Okay, so I really like the look of that with the orange, especially as I've got orange on my cover. So that's a page, and then this was my eco dyeing papers but I really love them. They're sort of spooky looking. And another page, and then I've put these 2 library ones in here. I think they should be around that way actually. There we go. And then another page there that's had various sort of inks and stuff all over it. Another one of the eco dyes. I just love this. This is from the Bottle Brush in Australia. And I laid that down when I eco-dyed, and you can actually feel the indent on the page. It's just beautiful. And then this is our little pocket here. And then we'll go into our printable here, right in the middle. I think that looks nice there. And then, of course, we'll go over and down the back. And before we finish, I'll do a final flip through and show you where I've put week 1 and 2's projects. So let's get this sewn up and get it inserted into the journal. Let's try now. So I just need to mark where this is going to go in here. So around about there. I've had a little look, and I've got a pencil here, 2 lines going down here, and that there will stick like that into there, so you'll be able to see that there. Alright, so let's move our cover out the way again for a minute, and with this we just want to be able to hold it in place whilst we're doing our sewing. So I'm just going to clip it, and that's what I normally do. Right, put your signature where you want it, and you will mark where you want to put your holes now. So I'm just going to grab my awl, and then we'll push those holes through. And there it is. So let's push these holes through. So we want one in the middle, there, like that. One about there, and one about there. So we're not looking for perfection, we're just looking for the 3 holes. So I've just got wax thread here, usually 2.5 times the length of what you're doing. Go in through the middle hole. That's your first, where you want to go. Now we want to get this on here as well, so we want to go through the middle hole there, pull it through, and we want to leave ourselves a tail in here so that we've got room, you know, length to tie it up. Alright, and then where I made that other hole, didn't have the cardboard on, there we go. Let's push it back through there, back through that end. And you're through. Pull it through. Now you want to go all the way down the other end, through the hole here that we made before, and through here. Now I want to go back, and now we go back through the middle hole again. There we go, coming back through. Just want to make sure that it's tight. Tight here, so we've got our 3-hole pamphlet stitch on our cardboard. Everything's tight. Let's take this off here. That one off. And that's how we want it to be, and then we can tie it up. I usually just tie it in a knot, and then in a bow. And if you want to, which I do like doing, you can add some charms in here, which always looks quite cute. And there we have it. Alright, so now we're going to move those out the way, but we're going to glue this into our journal. So let's bring our journal cover back down, and what I want to do is I'm going to totally cover just the cardboard there in matte medium, because that's going to stick now to my journal. And we want to turn it, make sure you've got it up the right way, because I've done that before as well. Yep, that's the right way. Okay, here we go. We're now going to put this where you want it in your journal. So centralize it, and then this sticks down in the back and the front cover. And it's a good idea to fold it at this stage so that you're getting that cardboard right into the join there. Yeah, that looks like it's sitting nicely. Really liking that. That's going to be very good. Push it right down in there. Yeah, looks really effective. Alright, I'm going to dry it closed like that so that it sits right in, and then I'll come back and do a flip through with weeks 1 and 2 projects in it, and now we've got week 3 as well. Alright, there, all done. So let's do a little flip through and a little show and tell. So I really like the cover. The little cat looks cute. Just sort of made it into a cluster. I didn't end up writing Halloween or anything on it, but then we turn it. That's the spine. So because I did the hidden spine, you don't see the stitching. And that's the back, just sort of grungy. I'll keep adding to it as well as the weeks go on. So let's open up. We've got our inside cover. So this is what our signature is stuck to here. And I'll keep grunging this up as well, but I like the way that looks there. Then we've got our piece of sari. So we've got our week 1 coffin cards. That's one of them there, and that's another page. And then we've got our week 2 zombie zine. So I've stuck that to that page there, and of course that will open out when I turn it over. And open it out that way, so that's really nice. And then we've got our other coffin card here with a little dog on it and a little ghost on this side. We've got our pocket, so this is the back of our week 3 bat page that we've got here going on. So that's the stitching in the middle. I'll probably add a couple of beads here, but I'm liking the way they turned out. Looks good. And then do some more there. And then let's not forget our bookmark. Remember the bookmark? That's it there on the printable. So what did I do with that? I found this page in a book when I was rummaging through for some old pages to back the bookmark, and I quite like that. That's sort of spooky looking as well. And then this is the bookmark, so you can do that just on your own. So what I've done is I just grabbed some old pages, I folded it over 3 times and glued it, then I stitched all around the outside and just put some ribbon in. I quite like how it looks on that page, so I think I will attach it there with my upside down bat. Looks quite okay. Carry on. Probably cover that over. Another one of the eco dyeing pages and the back of the sari, and then where it's stuck in. This page does also turn over, so that's quite cute. Write something secret in there or something. That was just the back end of the actual book, and then that's the back cover again and back to the front. All right, so 3 weeks down, 3 to go. Next week we're doing tombstones. So tune in for that, and we'll add those to the journal as well. Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate that too. Help me get up to at least my first 1,000, and then I'm going to do my giveaway. All right, see you next week. Bye-bye.